The following video was requested by Chinkatirumala.
Episode 20, Spinosaurus meets the Insurgency. Wow. Diesel Gavin, like the new outfit.
Thanks, Spinosaurus. Anyway, ready to meet the rest of the Insurgency.
Yeah. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Okay.
Wait a second. Eric Gavin, you're part of the Insurgency.
Not just part of the Insurgency, my dad and I co-founded it together along with Officer McShane.
Diesel and Doris, is this true?
Yeah, it's true.
Wow. You guys must have almost formed some kind of boy band.
Dude, we didn't set up any rules based on gender. We're a gender-neutral squad created to stop my mom and the Punishers from giving my sisters Stephanie and Natalie a spanking.
Oh, sorry. So if I'm not mistaken, the lovely lady right next to you must be Jessica, right?
Yes. My name's Jessica McIntyre. I was actually the very first recruit for the Insurgency. Caitlin McKenna got recruited afterwards.
Caitlin McKenna. Isn't that the mother of Brian McKenna? The boy who's been getting grounded in South Park Comedian 1996's channel.
Yeah, but Brian apologized to her for all the trouble he caused when she saved him and his dad from my biological mom.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I saw Crowtoon Productions Incorporated's very first movie. And I feel really sorry for you about everything she did. Those Punishers are a big threat.
Well, that's my mom for you. She's been abusing Stephanie more often than she did me and our siblings, acting like a Karen, and causing all sorts of trouble. She's a psychopath.
No kidding. She had no remorse for any of her actions and she refused to give up every chance she gets. Though I can't help but feel sorry for her, given her backstory that led up to her years of service in the military with these mad ops you were talking about.
None of us could. Even Eliza felt bad for her.
It's hard to believe, but Doris and I felt the same way about Eliza too. Eliza even tried to get my former parents-in-law to reconcile with her, but she refused to forgive them.
I saw that video. Tiana was too far gone to forgive her parents given that they were disciplining her too harshly when she was a child. She even told them to get out of her life. But between that and all the stress she got from all the trouble Stephanie caused, Tiana really needs some help. Because she's got a lot of anger issues.
I sure hope so, Spinosaurus, because I'd hate to see my mom remain a monster for the rest of her life.
I agree with Eric. Tiana's become more vindictive and mentally unstable by the day. She needs a great deal of therapy.
That's for sure. Anyway, it was nice to meet you, Eric and Jessica.
You too, Spinosaurus.
So you guys are the legendary Diesel and Kimberly Dawson along with Colin and Valerie Marquez.
That's right. My name's Diesel Dawson. Kimberly's my wife.
I heard that Catherine Johnson and Ratson Slayer tried to knock you down during the two wars between the Punishers and the Insurgency before you defeated them. And I gotta say, you two showed them who's boss.
Brad always was delusional and arrogant. He always resorts to using swords and daggers to either kill or torture someone. Even his own son Clyde.
Wait. So, Brad has an arsenal of weapons to torture his own son. That's insane.
Yeah. In Danny Animator 4978's channel, my daughter Erica and I saw Clyde using one of his father's swords to chase Swan Animate all throughout town. Brenda got caught in the middle of that chase too. And Erica ran over to Caillou's house so that he could give Clyde a concussion. And thus, he saved Juan Animate and Brenda.
Doris, is everything that Kimberly is saying true?
Yes, it is. And that was before everyone found out that Brad's been abusing Clyde the whole time.
Oh yeah. I remembered almost a decade ago during Crowtoon Productions Incorporated's Behavior Card Day that he told Clyde that he gave him a blue card because he learned about his past.
You mean like when the grief over losing Clyde's biological mother drove Brad to heavy drinking and abusing his son and second ex-wife out of anger?
Yeah. And while I feel sorry for their loss, I feel even sorrier for Clyde and Grace for having to go through all the poor treatment Brad put them through.
So the Crowtoon Productions Incorporated himself was also shocked about the truth behind Clyde's behavior upon finding it out on Google. And he himself got chased by Brad after when Tiana got grounded for grounding Clyde and allowing Brad to kill him and Grace with his sword.
Yeah. I may have been creepy towards women in law through the Rapper Walk 2000's channel. but I would never go as far as using weapons to kill my wife or my kids.
See, that's just wrong.
I agree with Colin Diesel Dawson. Brad's muy loco psychopath. Most of the diesels in this city fit him. Anyway, it's nice to meet you Spinosaurus. My name's Valerie Marquez. Cole's actually my son. But Elena and my granddaughter Dora usually call me abuela.
So does abuela mean grandmother in Spanish?
See.
Okay. By the way, I noticed that Elena's been causing trouble in Leonard Money's channel, including all the times she abused Dave Johnson while married to him. And I gotta say, Elena had no right to do that. What she did to him was really uncalled for. Dave should never have married her in the first place.
Wait a second. Elena married and abused Dave in Leonard Money's channel? Why would she do that?
Because they thought that Catherine and I were cheating on them with each other. Then they flat out divorced us without letting us explain ourselves. And even though I was drunk and crazy in Leonard Money's channel, Elena was also abusing Dora too. One time, Elena tossed Dora out the window.
No offense, Carl. Elena's even more insane than Fiona and Rachel combined. You should never have married her in the first place. And you need to stop with the drinking.
Most channels don't involve me doing that, Senor Dawson. But you're right. I should have divorced her the moment Elena started abusing our daughter.
Wait a second. Cop, why didn't you divorce Elena in his channel?
Cole and I were hoping that one day, Elena would see the error of her ways and quit the Punishers. But she never thought twice before teaming up with them again for the Anna's game. On deep down, Elena's still family.
Man, I feel really bad for you three, including Dora. Elena really is a bad mother.
Man, I knew Elena was crazy, but I didn't expect her to be that crazy.
I never knew Elena could be so evil. This is even worse than how much trouble she caused with my husband in Red Hoodie Guy 2011/Red Hoodie Guy 2003's channels.
See Kimberly. I just hope that Elena will learn her lesson in the next 6 to 5 years.
I hope so too, Abuela. But anyway, it was nice to meet you four.
You two Spinosaurus.
So, you two must be the McKennas. And right next to you is Michael Davidson and Lisa Pitts, right?
Yes. My name's Simon. Caitlin's my wife.
You know, Caitlin, you were a really tough woman when you went toe-to-toe with Diana. I admired that. She totally deserved that sky-high toss across that dungeon. And I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your husband and son. This whole thing that happened between the four of you must have been a terrifying experience.
It was worse than that actually. Aside from tying Simon and Brian up in that dungeon, she tried to break us apart by seducing Simon in front of our son. It was so humiliating.
Traumatizing too. And I'm also shocked that Karis threatened to beat you up for sneaking up on Terrace during the First War. That's no way to treat a lady.
This takes me back to when Peter abused Samantha and tried to disown her without my consent when she got arrested and expelled for assaulting another student.
Pierre Webster? The most psychotic child abuser in all of Springfield?
Lisa, what exactly has Pierre ever done to Samantha?
Well, even if I tried to stop him, he's been brutally assaulting her ever since she was a child, and what's worse, when she was 13 years old, he made a perverted advance towards her.
He raped her?
Goodness gracious.
Oh, the horror.
What? Pierre's a rapist? What the heck?
What? That sick monster. How could he do this to her? Your own daughter.
You can't be serious. Raping an innocent girl and turning her into a troublemaker. That sick monster. I can't believe he would do such a horrible thing.
I couldn't believe it either until the day it all started. And when Samantha became a troublemaker, he manipulated me into helping him abuse her. And after when Pierre forced me to sign the papers to disown Samantha by threatening to shoot me in the head with a gun, I called the police on him and filed him for a divorce.
Why didn't you divorce that monster sooner? Why'd you wait until the day your daughter got expelled and arrested?
Because I was too scared to even say anything. And Pitt has been treating me very badly too. He even threw a brick at me when I tried to stop him from raping her. I just can't get over how evil Pierre could be towards any woman.
Poor Lisa. I feel awful. I can't believe what she and Samantha have gone through. All this time I thought Karis was the misogynist around here.
But the Peer Webster's even worse.
And what's worse, all that drove Samantha into becoming a troublemaker at her old high school.
I honestly feel bad for Samantha. Now I really wish the Pierre doesn't escape from jail. What he did to her was totally unforgivable.
Now I regret ever asking her what Pierre ever did to their daughter. He's even worse than Boris and Tiana.
No wonder Samantha was traumatized from all the abuse he put her through. That was so real, lady.
Well, we better go comfort Lisa. You guys can go ahead and introduce Spinosaurus to the rest of the Insurgency.
Okay, Michael Davidson. It was nice to meet you three along with Lisa Pitts. You two Spinosaurus. Lisa, come back. Like the new look Angelina. You look really sexy. Hey, that's my wife you're talking to.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chris, calm down. He wasn't flirting with me. He just likes my new look.
I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. It's fine, Chris. I wasn't really flirting. By the way, my name's Angelina Armsting, but you can call me Spinosaurus.
It's nice to meet you too, Angelina. My name's Alan McCartney.
And my name's Michelle Bachman. It's nice to meet you.
So Alan, I heard that you filed Rachel for divorce after getting her arrested for escaping with the other Punishers and then got cheated on with the crazy Italian father. And I gotta say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you. It looked like history was repeating itself.
Was that because Boris and Tiana cheated on Gavin and Doris 4 years before Rachel did the same thing to me?
Yeah.
Okay, Spinosaurus. Rachel cheating on me is entirely different.
Different how?
Rachel cheated on me after when I filed her for a divorce. The affair Boris and Tiana had happened before they got divorced by you and Gavin. To this day, even though Rachel was abusing Liam, it broke my heart seeing her with that Italian nut job. And Maria's heart too. But if it were up to me, I'd be in the same position as Gavin if Rachel were to brag about her love for that. But what is my domain is sustaining my employment at the WCPD.
You know, since you and Maria are currently single, maybe you should do what Gavin and Doris did and start your own affair behind Dan and Rachel's backs.
Angelina, given what Alan told me about Rachel, don't you think that she'll become as vindictive as Tiana and Doris and I got married? Because that's not why we did it.
Oh come on, Diesel, I was joking. I thought it would be funny to teach that racist witch a lesson for repeating the same mistake that Tiana made.
You know, to be honest, when I first met Maria when we were protecting Eliza, I might have actually had a little crush on her. I thought that Maria was a really beautiful woman. Maria even has a sexy voice too. You know, I might actually ask her out on a date, though I'm actually a little nervous given how very little I know about her. Plus, I don't wish to creep her out or even startle her.
Well, don't worry, Alan. I was in the same position as you when I met my wife. Back in the early 2000s, Angelina was the prettiest girl I'd ever met when we were teenagers. We had a good run when we had our first date. And to this day, we still do. I'm pretty sure you can handle it with Maria. Just start off slow and then you'll get to know her better.
You probably also need some extra tips before you actually ask Maria out, Alan.
I agree with Michelle. One wrong move and your first date will probably be a disaster.
Well, I guess I can give it a try.
You know, I'd actually be glad to see how this goes. You should totally ask her out.
I'll actually do it when the time is right. Anyway, it was nice to meet you, Cynthia.
And one more thing before we go. Since Maria and Miss Martin are the last two insurgents that you haven't met yet, do not say anything about Alan planning to ask her out. Got it?
Well, don't worry. I'll mainly be talking to her about what it's like dealing with her ex. So really your secret's safe with me.
Okay then. We'll be going now.
Okay, it was nice to meet you four.
You too, Spinosaurus.
Wow. Oomala Maria, you are one hot woman.
Oh, thank you Spinosaurus. I am flattered.
So, you must be one of Protoon Productions Incorporated's top commentators.
Yeah, my name's Angelina Armsting. But almost everyone calls me Spinosaurus. And you must be Miss Martin.
Yeah. And I'm actually surprised you saw Protoon Productions Incorporated's videos featuring the Punishers even though you haven't met any of the Punishers in person yet.
Well, not in this channel, but I made videos in my channel where I fought the Punishers myself and defeated them with the greatest of ease.
Does that include me?
No. Because you were already reformed before I made those videos.
Spinosaurus, I'm just curious. You did not hit any of the female members of the Punishers, did you? Because I couldn't tell because of the way your videos were made.
What? Of course not. I'm not a misogynist.
Just making sure.
Never ask him that in front of any woman again.
Yeah, Crowtown Productions Incorporated. You could have scared us off if he had said yes.
Maria, I had no intention of doing that. I only asked in that because I saw the videos he made where he took on all the Punishers by himself one at a time.
I was a drab little crab once. Now I'm more can be happy as a clown.
So, Maria, what was it about dealing with your ex-husband?
It's crazy, control heart. Because you are on the inside. I need to push it down, arguments apart.
You mean like the time he tried to Luigi into them with a plastic baseball bat only because he's only 15 years old and too young to look for a job?
From the back and make it look shiny. I sparkle like a bubble on the sack. Just a sack, don't you know? Fish a dum-dum, makes you something that makes it hurt. Here they come to the brace thing that glitters and fish dinner. I just love free food. You know that I see I was having trouble with this look. You let us meet the vinegar. What a terrible performance. Get the hook. You don't swing it like you used to, man. Though I have to give you credit for my start. Your tattoos on the outside. For just like you, I made myself a work of art. I'll never hide. I can't. I'm too shiny.
Someday, you'll find another man to help you raise your son.
Fuck my stuff.
There's plenty of fish out there for you to catch.
Say you're honest, but they'll never be enough. My chef's too tough. Now we learn. You can try, but you can't expect to demigod to be the pick apart. You will die. You're waiting for me to take apart. Your aching heart.
What the? Maria, how'd you know that?
Honestly, Doris, Maria and I kinda overheard them talking alongside Michelle and
So, you knew that Alan had a crush on you this whole time?
Yes, and the video.
So shiny. And I'm not really the best person you should ask about dating. I kind of had a bit of a complicated history of dating men.
You mean like the man you dated behind Boris Becky and Richie Toons, GoAnimate, and Kathleen the Animator 2017 Productions channels.
What the? Maria, how do you know about that?
You and Doris were arguing about it with Boris and Diana when we were protecting Eliza from the Punishers together. Remember?
I had to open up my big mouth.
Maria, what Miss Martin did to Boris and Richie Toons and Kathleen the Animator 2017 Productions channels was a long time ago. Long before the real Random Lassie created your family.
She's right.
Thanks for defending me on that one, Doris and Spinosaurus.
Well, for what it's worth, between how long ago that happened and what Miss Martin did to make up for it, her past is not worth talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, all things considered, it was nice to meet you too. And as for you, Maria, I hope your first date with Alan goes well.
Thank you, Spinosaurus.
And it was nice to meet you too, Achintia Tiramala.
Yeah. Just remember to stay out of trouble, Miss Martin.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I've been pardoned for all the stuff I did before joining the Insurgency.
Well, it took me long enough, but I sure hope you all enjoyed watching me meet the rest of the Insurgency. If so, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be leaving a comment once I see this request I gave Crowtown Productions Incorporated. But in the meantime, this is Spinosaurus, signing off.